What's up, guys? Welcome to Dyna Demos. I'm Rod.
I'm Lego, and today we're going on a group ride. We got a group of about 10 guys, and we're going up to the Four Oaks battle site in North Carolina. So stay tuned. Yeah, so I think some people had questions about the RWD piggybacks and if they'll fit with, what is it, FXDP bags, right? Is that saying it right? Yeah, the police bags that Rod's rocking that a lot of people have questions about. So he actually has the RWDs installed right now, and they fit perfect. They actually fit like a glove, you know. So if you had questions about that, yes, they do fit.
Yeah, and like we said in our install video, you know, you can flip them a few different ways depending on like what setup you have, but I just set them up straight up and down, and they fit perfect, like Lego was saying.
Yeah, with the cartridge facing aft or rear, I think that's probably one of the more popular ways to install them. It's like the most normal way I think I've seen them installed. But yeah, they fit perfect.
Yeah, so some other things that we get a lot of questions about is what bags I'm running, and are we going to do a review on them. We actually already taped that last weekend. I'm running the Villain Hero bags, and that video will be coming out. When's that coming out, Lego? This weekend? This weekend we're coming out with that video, so hopefully that'll answer any more questions you have about the bags. If you, as always, if you got any additional questions, just you know, slide in a DM or comment on the video. We're usually pretty good about getting back to you guys. Yeah, so riding with these RWDs, we also installed a True Track front stabilizer, which will have a video coming out on that on my bike. We didn't install the rear yet because ran out of time, and we had a few questions that I actually had to call True Track about. But yeah, the bike feels a lot tighter. I actually want Lego to ride it because, you know, he's still running stock suspension, so I want to see what he thinks of it. But it feels a lot tighter to me. So far we've rode, how long have we rode so far, Lego? Maybe like 50 miles so far. Yeah, 50 miles, and then we did another, I think 10 right after we, 10 or 20 right after we installed it. So yeah, feel a lot tighter.
Yeah, and let's talk about this beautiful weather out here in North Carolina now. The weather I think has shifted. Hopefully I don't regret saying that in like an hour if it starts raining, but you know, it's been in like the 70s, the 80s, and it's a lot better than when we rode a couple weeks ago. It was like in the 50s. So it's starting to get warmer here. Thank God.
Yeah, the weather here in North Carolina, we've talked about it before. It's really bipolar. Some mornings will be in the 30s, and then it'll warm up to like the mid 70s. So. And then you guys saw our last Motovlog when we got caught in the rain. I still haven't washed my bike from that. Yeah, it'll change. So yeah, and if you guys follow us on IG, you saw that we got the chain drive kit. We're going to install that on Lego's bike. That video, stay tuned for that. That video is going to be coming out here and hopefully within the next month. Looking really excited about doing that. Looking forward to that. I know a lot of you guys are interested in the conversion.
Yeah, and we're going to be bringing you a good install video that I think will answer like a lot of questions. Because I see the chain drive videos that are out there, and they definitely leave out some parts, so hopefully we can answer any questions, you know, and obviously we'll have the best video, no question. Oh yeah, and thank you for all you guys who subscribe. You know, we started this like 2 months ago, almost 3 months now? 2.5 months. We're up to like, what, 250 subscribers now?
Yeah, 250 subscribers and about 500 followers on IG. So, yeah, thanks for the support, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, keep those questions coming too. I know I make it a point. I run the YouTube, and then Rod runs our Instagram. But we answer any question you guys throw at us. We try to give you guys the best answer, you know. And if we don't know, we'll tell you straight up like we don't know, but where you may find the answer.
Yeah, it's actually funny because one guy hit me up. There was this page. I haven't seen it on IG, but it was called the Harley House, and it was supposed to be like a tech help page. And anyways, someone had asked a question to the page that his bike wouldn't start, and I'm going first. That his bike wouldn't start and he wasn't getting any spark. So I saw that he posted on there, and like a few people shit, watch out for this. A few people you know, gave him some pretty good tips of troubleshooting, you know, and I started giving him the same tips, you know, like check the coil, check the wires, check the battery, blah blah blah. And he had already checked all that, and I asked him, you know, and the only reason I knew this is because we actually just had a similar problem on Lego's bike, like maybe 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, so, sorry to cut you off. So, my cruise control, so hey, I just put a new tune on my bike, because I added that air filter, so I wanted to put a new tune on my bike. You know, I got the Two Brothers exhaust, with this S&S air cleaner. So I wanted a new tune, so I put a new tune on my bike, and I'm riding, and we went out to, I think, Wilmington, right? Harley Davidson. Yeah, I went to Wilmington, Harley Davidson. On the way back, I realized out of nowhere, you know, my cruise control stopped working, and I don't really use cruise control, so I couldn't really think of the last time I had checked it, so I didn't know when it had stopped working. So I'm like, damn, is this just like a loose wire? Is the button broken? And so when I got back to my house, I did some more troubleshooting, you know, and I was just thinking of like the last few things that I did to my bike that would have affected it. And I couldn't really think of anything besides the tune. So I ended up taking the tune off my bike and putting it back to the stock, and then there you go, my cruise control started working. So this was about like 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time out here in North Carolina. And so I called Vance and Hines, and I asked them like if they ever ran into this, and the guy was super helpful, and he was like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes. So if you have the Fuel Pack 3, you just hit up their customer service, and he made me a custom tune on the spot, and my cruise control started working again. So all you have to do is call them, and they'll be like, oh yeah, send the tune that you're using, and they are super helpful. That's probably some of the best customer service I've dealt with in a minute. But I'll let Rod get back to the story.
Yeah, so like that's the backstory pretty much. So then the guy was asking me questions if I knew where, you know, the coil was, and I didn't know what coil he was talking about because he was kind of being very vague. So anyways, after peeling the onion back, I found out that he just had put he was running the same Vance and Hines fuel pack, and he had just put I think a Bassani Road Rage on his bike. So, you know, after asking him questions, I asked him, you know, does he have a tuner, and, you know, what upgrades has he done? And he said he did that, and he even unplugged the fuel pack and tried a bunch of different things. Long story short, I guessed that the tuner was throwing a code that wouldn't allow the spark plugs to fire. So I told him to call Vance and Hines, and just like Lego said, you know, they got great customer service, and the same thing. He hit him up, I think he left a voicemail. They called him back and they sent him a tune and fixed it. And the rest is history. So now his bike's back on the road. And actually, like I said, we would have never have known that had we not dealt with Lego's issue like a week prior. So yeah, that Harley house, I mean, I haven't seen it. Like, I feel like it had a good platform. You know, like it was kind of like set up as a blog on Instagram, you know, like people helping people type thing. But I don't know what happened to that page. But it was a good idea. I just think that a lot of people are scared to ask questions. Like, if you guys got a question, like we said, like, don't be afraid to slide in our DM.
Yeah, if you don't want it like public on the YouTube page, I mean, just send it to our Instagram. You know, like I ain't gonna call you dumb. Rod's not gonna call you dumb. We're just gonna, I don't know, figure it out.
Yeah, and like we said, like we're no experts, but we will tell you what we do know. And another thing is, me and Lego kind of, you know, we kind of got over that being scared, or not necessarily scared, but nervous to ask questions just because you don't want people to call you dumb. And we get it, but you know, we work on helicopters, so like we're dealing with people's lives and stuff. So like, no question's really stupid in our profession.
We ain't in a business of guessing. You know, one of the things I forgot to mention too, which I guess I'll just mention it now anyways, Moon's MC and their customer service too. You know, I like companies that have great customer service. I'm not going to talk about a certain company, you know, that I still do business with. I just don't think that they have the greatest customer service in the world. But Moon's MC, those guys. So that bike that I wrecked, I had just bought the same LED turn signal pods that Rod has on his bike, and a month later my bike's wrecked. And I hit up their customer service because I was like, you know, I'm planning on getting the same bike, whatever, and they have a lifetime warranty. And they said, oh yeah, no, we'll honor that, no problem. You know, I never ended up getting that free set just because my bike now doesn't have the pods on it.